My name is Simon Squibb and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I built 18 companies from scratch and invested in 68 startups. I left school at 15 and was retired by 40. Hence today I can give my knowledge to you free about entrepreneurship. Today we're going to be talking about branding. I'm going to teach you about branding. Now, it's a very complicated subject. It's going to take me a couple of months of creating videos to really teach you the ins and outs of branding. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about company branding versus personal branding, which I think might be useful to you guys. And then in the coming weeks, if you subscribe to my channel, I'll give you the intricacies. I built a branding agency called Fluid, which I sold to PwC. We did nothing but create brands for 10 years. And I can give you the ins and outs on creating taglines, strap lines, mission, vision statements, purpose, vision, ideas, everything related to brand. I'm going to help you do it. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content we'll be dropping in the coming months to help you understand brand. In addition, if you know anyone out there that might need to know about brand, do me a favor and share this content. Now, let me tell you about branding when it comes to personal branding versus company branding. It's very important to decide perhaps which way you want to go when you're launching your business. Now, maybe you've already launched your business and you're not quite sure how branding works. Now, personal branding, first of all, I want to tell you, if you go with a personal brand, there is a chance that you could instantly lose 30% of your potential clients. Because there's going to be people out there, in my case, for example, that love me and hate me no matter what I do. There will be people out there that resent my success, and there will be people that love it. So you have to decide whether your personal brand is going to alienate far too many of the clients you actually want. However, if you get it right and you do personal branding right, it can also create incredible loyalty. The 12 people that do like me will definitely be liking this YouTube video. And I'd rather have 12 loyal fans than millions of people that kind of hate me. So in a way, personal branding is something I actually really love. But however, there is an important nuance to this, and that is if you're building a company and you want to perhaps sell that company, you also have to bear in mind if you go down the personal branding route, it can be quite tricky. I've got a friend who built a business in Hong Kong, who built the brand, the restaurant brand, in his own personal name. His name's Harland, and he built this brand into a multi-million-pound business. And then he fell out with his investors, and that business collapsed, and he was not allowed anymore to use his personal name for any future businesses that he did, because that personal brand name, which made the restaurant so successful, got trademarked and owned by the restaurant group. So there is lots of pitfalls you've got to watch out on when it comes to personal branding. In addition, it's very hard to sell a personally branded business. There are exceptions to the rule. People like Ogilvy, who's built by David Ogilvy, a very famous advertising and marketing guy. He, of course, managed to sell his business, Ogilvy, but it's rare. Most of the businesses I personally built, like Fluid and Nest, I've always made them the brands I focused on, not my own personal brand. Now, the problem with a company brand is sometimes it can lack personality. So it's very important when building out a company brand, you understand the strengths and weaknesses of your brand as a company. Again, personally, I suggest that you do bring some essence of whoever the founders are, their personality traits, their personality and mindset and moral code gets translated into your company mission, vision, and culture. Brand is just culture, but when you've got a company, you have to really work a lot harder on creating the culture. When it's a personal brand, you know who you are, right? You don't need to spend too much time figuring out what the personality is of yourself. So personal brand is much easier than company brand. Company brand, you need to spend a lot of time. What is the DNA of your company? Don't skip this step. Then once you've established your personal brand or your company brand, you can move to the next stage, which in my view is how you market your business. And if you've got a company brand, the way company brands like Canon have done this very well is they look at how they can actually align themselves with personal brands. So they may have a fantastic camera, but that doesn't mean anything. If Canon say they've got a fantastic camera, no one really cares. But if a famous photographer who uses the camera and does amazing pictures with it says that they love this camera, the millions of people that love that personal brand person will then create a tribe of people that then love the Canon camera. So that, guys, is the secret to business branding in my view. You create your own brand culture, but then you align yourselves with the people that match that culture, and you can leverage personal brand. So the freedom of personal brand, if you build a company around it, it's very easy because it's you and you can be free and be yourself. I always recommend people do that. Be natural, be yourself and create a personal brand, but it's hard to sell and it's quite hard to scale because sometimes it ends up all being about you, but you can be in control of it. The good thing and the bad thing about building a company brand is that it's easier to scale over time when you've got through the initial pain of creating the brand. A lot easier to scale in many ways because, for example, you can work with lots of personal brands instead of just you as a personal brand. But it does take a lot more effort, I think, at the beginning. In my opinion, if it's your first business, you should definitely go with the company brand. Let the personal brand take a back seat until you've established your company, and eventually you can become a personal brand. That's my recommendation. I'm not always right, although lots of people agree that I am right more than I'm wrong. If you found this video useful, then do me a favor, hit the like button so the algorithm knows that other people like you might also be interested in this content. I will be creating a whole series on brand. This is just the first video, so if you found it useful, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it, as I said earlier. In addition, if you think anybody out there would like to hear this story about brand, maybe they're building a business or they've already built one, they need a bit of help with branding, then share this link with them. It would mean a lot to me. As I say, we produce all this content for free, so we're not hacking the algorithm by charging you to get this content and therefore able to pay for this video to get out. So it would mean a hell of a lot to me and the team here if you could share this video. I hope you found it useful today, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon when we release more videos next week.